In the subway, my son-in-law and daughter pushed me onto the tracks right in front of the train. I lay between the rails, hearing the subway roar past at 60 miles per hour while they stood and smiled, waiting for my end. The betrayal from my own family shattered my heart, but when the train passed, I calmly stood up, brushed off my clothes, and whispered 4 words that turned their lives into an endless nightmare. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel and comment what time it is where you are right now. The elevator doors opened on the 14th floor, and I heard voices before seeing anyone. The insurance meeting had ended sooner than expected. Johnson signed without the typical back and forth, so I returned to the office 75 minutes early on that Wednesday afternoon in February. My good mood vanished the instant I recognized my son-in-law's voice coming from the half-open conference room door. How much longer do we have to wait? He's 65. This could go on for another 15 years. I stopped in my tracks. The leather briefcase under my arm suddenly felt heavier. He built this place. You know he will never step aside willingly. That was Laura, my daughter. Her voice had that sharp impatience she inherited from her mother. I stepped back into the elevator alcove, out of sight but close enough to hear Lucian's reply. Then we need to speed up the schedule. There are legal ways. The conference room door swung partly closed, muffling the rest. I caught pieces. Make sure everything transfers without issues when the words hit like ice water. 45 seconds passed. I counted them, keeping my breathing steady. Then I walked toward the conference room with purposeful steps, my leather shoes announcing my arrival on the polished floor. When I entered, Lucian and Laura turned their heads sharply toward me. Lucian's hand moved fast, sliding a stack of legal papers into a folder. Working late, I thought you both had gone for the day. I kept my tone casual, like normal conversation. Lucian recovered quickly. Just going over third-quarter projections, some worrying patterns, anything that needs my attention right away, nothing pressing. We will talk at Friday's meeting. I nodded, noticing how Laura avoided my eyes. The manila folder sat between them like proof of a crime. Whatever I had interrupted, they both knew I had heard something, and we all acted like it never happened. 2 hours later, I sat across from Lucian in the executive dining room on the 17th floor. The February sun slanted through the tall windows, cold and bright. Laura had joined us, picking at her salad while Lucian started what he likely thought was a careful pitch. The industry is shifting quickly. Younger leaders bring new ideas. I cut my steak slowly, keeping my hands calm. I have adapted to every change in 35 years. What makes this one different? No offense, but old methods do not work anymore. You are, he paused, looking for polite words. Older. You can say it. Established. Set in your ways. The company needs space to grow. I set my fork down carefully. The small clink against the plate marked a change in the talk. My will is clear. After I'm gone, everything goes to Laura, managed by you. Until then, I run this company. Lucian leaned forward, crossing into the space across the table. His voice dropped. Firmer. That is not enough. We need control now. Need or want. His jaw tightened. The polite mask cracked a bit. You are making a mistake. Holding on too tight breaks things. I kept steady eye contact. Are you threatening me? Lucian, before he could reply. Laura spoke up. Dad, you are being unfair. We are family. Why can you not trust us? Something twisted in my chest, but I kept my voice even. Trust is earned through deeds, not demanded by blood. You have never believed in me. Her fingers twisted her wedding ring over and over. Never thought I was good enough. I gave you a role. You chose to use it against me. She stood suddenly, her chair scraping back. Lucian rose with her. standing over me for a moment in what I saw as a planned show of power. "Lucian's right," Laura said, her voice tight. "You will regret pushing us away." They gathered their things, Lucian slapping his folder against the table harder than needed, and left. Laura paused at the door, looking back once. Whatever guilt showed on her face disappeared fast when Lucian called her name from the hall. I sat alone at the table. My coffee had gone cold. Through the windows, the city spread out below us, uncaring about the small drama on the 17th floor. A police siren wailed far below, fading into the background noise. 35 years building something solid, and they wanted it given over like a set of keys. Back in my office, I locked the door, something I seldom did. The click of the lock felt important, lasting. I opened the bottom drawer of my desk, the one that needed a key I kept on a chain. Inside were company financial records, expense reports, vendor agreements. I spread the latest expense reports across the wooden surface. My finger traced a line of transactions approved by Lucian. Health equipment providers, amounts from $4,000 to $9,000, repeating monthly. I pulled out my vendor agreements, flipping through until I found the medical suppliers we had used for years. Health equipment providers was not listed. The numbers did not match any deal I had approved. Small enough to pass quick checks, large enough to build up over time. I sat back in my chair, the leather creaking. That talk I overheard was not just complaining. It was plotting. Speed up the schedule. Legal ways. What exactly had they been planning before I walked in? I thought I knew my daughter. I thought I had trained Lucian well, brought him into the business, given him chances. I had been wrong about both. My hand rested on a folder with the Reed Medical Group logo, my creation, built from scratch over 3 decades. The winter light faded now, casting long shadows across the office. I looked at the framed photos on my wall, opening ceremonies, community honors, health conferences. Lucian had dismissed those photos in a meeting last month. At the time, I thought it was careless. Now I saw it as disrespect. I pulled my phone from my pocket and took pictures of the expense reports, each page showing Lucian's signature clearly. Then I put everything back in the drawer and locked it again. Through my office window, I could see the lights of Chicago coming on as night fell over the city, somewhere in this building. Lucian and Laura were probably celebrating what they thought was my weakness, my softness, my refusal to see what they were doing. They wanted the company. Fine. I spoke out loud to the empty office, my voice firm and cold. You want the company, let us see if you can handle what comes next. I opened my laptop and made a new folder. Second quarter audit prep. Harmless enough. Inside, I started noting everything I had seen, every talk, every oddity. If they wanted to play this game, they would find out I'd been playing longer than they had been alive. 4 weeks dragged by. March came with slushy snow against Chicago sidewalks and a chill that went beyond the weather. I had been arriving at the office earlier each morning, often by 6:30, sometimes sooner. The brownstone on the north side, my property, my name on the deed, had become tense. Lucian and Laura lived there too, and setup that seemed practical when I offered it 3 years ago. Now it felt like hostile ground. I kept my distance, let them think I was pulling back, let them believe I was just an old man holding on to old successes, too stubborn to face facts. Meanwhile, I recorded everything. On a cloudy Wednesday morning in early March, I pushed through the revolving doors of the Reed Medical Group headquarters at 6:15. The lobby was empty, except for security. I rode the elevator to 14, expecting the quiet of an office not yet alive. Instead, lights shone in the main conference room. Through the glass walls, I saw Lucian at the head of the table, My spot, speaking to 4 of our clinic managers. Lisa Wong was not there, notable since she had been my trusted operations head for 12 years. I did not pause. I walked right into the conference room. The discussion stopped midway. Lucian's face shifted, surprise, then irritation. Then that smooth business mask he wore. Early morning meeting. I kept my tone even, almost friendly. Project I am leading, Lucian said. He did not move from the head. Did not want to trouble you with details. Any meeting with my clinic managers needs my okay. I let each word hit clear. We are just talking about efficiency improvements. Nothing that touches big plans. I turned to the managers. I will expect full notes on my desk in 45 minutes. They nodded, dodging Lucian's stare. I left without more words. But I had made my point. Whatever Lucian had told them about coming changes and new chains of command, they now knew I was not leaving. That night, I got back to the brownstone later than usual. Laura's coat was in the hallway, but when I called out, she did not answer. I found a note on the kitchen counter in her writing. Working late. Do not wait up. She was home. I had seen her shape past the upstairs window. I went up the stairs to my private study, the room I had used for decades, full of health journals and family photos from happier days. The door was open. Lucian sat at my desk, papers spread out, using my space without asking. That is my desk. Lucian. He did not look up right away, making me wait. When he finally did, there was no sorry in his eyes, just needed room to work. Thought you would be at the office longer. This is my home, my private office. Technically, it is the family home. He waved at the walls. We all live here. I felt my jaw clench. My name on the deed says different. He gathered his papers slowly, taking his time on purpose. As he passed me in the doorway, he stopped. You should really think about what we talked about. This does not have to be hard. I did not reply. After he left, I looked at my desk. He had moved things around. Small changes, but clear, marking territory like an animal claiming space. I started getting to the office before Lucian every morning after that. Began locking files in my personal safe, papers he could access before. Changed passwords on company systems. Small protections that added up to a barrier. Mid-March. I stayed late, going over monthly financials. The office was quiet except for the hum of vents and far-off traffic. I opened the expense system, sorting by who approved. There it was again. Health equipment providers. Another payment. This time $8,500. I checked against buying contracts. Nothing. No approved deal. No bids. No signed terms. But Lucian's digital sign on every approval. I took photos of each screen with my phone, making sure dates and amounts showed clear. Then I pulled vendor sign-up papers. Health equipment providers added to our list 10 months ago. The okay from Lucian Thompson, Chief Operations Officer. I leaned back in my chair, staring at the ceiling. Small amounts meant to slip past audits, repeating charges that seemed real at first glance, but added over 10 months. They totaled close to $60,000 paid to a company with no real services given. Whatever Lucian was plotting, he needed cash, and he was taking it from the company he wanted to take over. 3 days later, I got a call from Harold Jenkins, our biggest insurance partner. We had worked together for 18 years, built a solid bond through steady work and respect. Gus, good to hear from you. I wanted to follow up on our talk last week. I frowned. We did not speak last week. Harold. Pause. Oh. Lucian said he mentioned you would be stepping back soon. Wanted to ensure I knew the handover plan. My grip tightened on the phone. There is no handover planned. Lucian spoke without permission. That is awkward. He seemed sure about the timing. I will handle this inside. Our partnership stays the same. After we hung up, I stared at my office wall. Lucian was not just working against me in private anymore. He was telling our partners I was out, building the story before it could happen. I found him in his office an hour later. He was on his cell, laughing at something the other person said. When he saw me in the doorway, his face changed to neutral. "I will call you back," he said into the phone. Then to me, "Something wrong. You told Jenkins I am retiring." "I am not." He shrugged. "No regret." I said changes happen eventually. He asked about planning ahead. I answered truthfully. "Truthfully? You made it sound soon. You cannot run this forever." "Gus, partners need to know there is a plan. The plan is you get it when I die, not before. Stop making confusion. Maybe you should make it sooner." His voice had an edge now, the smooth cover breaking. "For everyone's good." I left before saying something I would regret. The office felt changed now. Other workers had noticed the strain. Talks stopped when I entered rooms. The air had turned bad, poisoned by whatever story Lucian was spreading. Late March brought another clash. I had been working until 10 most nights, avoiding the brownstone on purpose. When I finally got back that Friday night, Lucian was waiting in the living room, not reading, not watching TV, just sitting in the armchair by the window, clearly waiting. "We need to talk about your role in the company." I hung my coat slowly, gaining time to control my answer. "I am not interested in this talk again. You are becoming a problem." He stood, blocking my way to the stairs. "Operations suffer because you will not hand over tasks. Hand over or give up. Call it what you want. Maybe it is time to rest. Enjoy retirement, travel, whatever old people do when they stop." I met his eyes straight. "That sounds less like advice and more like a shove. Take it how you want." His voice dropped, almost a threat. "Things will change one way or another." Laura appeared in the hallway then, pulled by our loud voices. She stood beside Lucian, not between us. Her quiet said a lot. I looked at my daughter, really looked, saw how she placed herself with him, saw how she would not meet my eyes, saw how her hand rested on Lucian's arm, a sign of sides. "I am sleeping at the office tonight." I said, "Do not wait up." I grabbed my keys and walked out, leaving them together in the living room of my house. The office couch was not comfortable, but I had slept worse. I lay there in the dark, city lights coming through the blinds, thinking about all since that overheard talk in February. This was not about business fights anymore. Lucian was not just eager or driven. He was planning something, and those money oddities were part of it. My daughter, who I raised and loved and gave every chance, was watching her husband threaten me and saying nothing. I built this company for family. Now family was trying to take it. My phone buzzed on the desk. Lucian's name showed. I almost did not answer, but curiosity won. "Urgent meeting tomorrow with possible investors," he said without intro. "Need you there. 10 a.m. Which investors I will brief you tomorrow." "Oh, and your car is in the shop. Right, transmission trouble you mentioned last week." I had not mentioned car trouble. "It is fine. Might be quicker to take the subway anyway. Morning traffic is bad this time of year. Blue line to Michigan Avenue should get you right there." Something in his voice made my senses alert. Too easy. Too exact about the path. "I will be there," I said slowly. "Great. See you tomorrow." The call ended. I stared at my phone in the dark. Lucian's words repeating. Why did he think my car was broken? Why suggest the subway so exactly whatever they planned? I needed to be 4 steps ahead. But lying on that hard couch, I could not shake the feeling that tomorrow something would change. Some line crossed. Some no-turn-back point reached. I was right to suspect. I just did not know how right yet. I had been staying in the office space for 8 days when the call came. 9:15 on a Thursday morning in mid-March. and I was surrounded by financial papers on a folding table that worked as both desk and eating spot. The apartment was short-term, plain, just a place to rest while I planned my next step away from the brownstone that no longer felt safe. Lucian's name flashed on my phone. I almost ignored it. "We have a big issue." His voice had fake urgency. "National Health is backing out." I set my coffee down carefully. "But we just renewed that deal in February. Their review team found problems. They're at the office now, wanting to talk to you directly." "What kind of problems rule concerns?" "Daily questions. I do not have details. They want the owner. No one else." He paused. "Will you come or not?" Every gut feeling said this was off, but it seemed real enough to check. National Health was 35% of our income. If they really threaten to end, I will drive. Be there in 25 minutes. You have not checked traffic. Lakeshore Drive is jammed. Overturned truck near Fullerton. I opened the traffic app on my phone. He was right. A red line along the road. "How do you know I just tried going to a meeting? Turned back. It is chaos. We will never make it by car. Other routes will take 50 minutes at least." "We do not have 50 minutes. Take the subway. Red line goes straight to the office." The reasoning held. I hated being pushed, but time counted if this was true. "Where to meet State Street?" "Grand Station. I will be there in 12 minutes. I grabbed my jacket and left, locking the door twice from habit. The walk to the subway took 6 minutes. Lucian was waiting at the top of the stairs, hands in his coat pockets, shifting weight. "Nice morning for March," he said as I got close. "Almost like spring." I ignored the chat. We went down into the station together, swiped our cards, and headed to the southbound platform. Mid-morning meant fewer people than peak, maybe 10 waiting along the platform. Lucian kept talking about investor worries and contract details, but I watched his face more than listened. He was blinking too much. His hand kept going to his jacket pocket and back. The smile looked practiced. We walked to the middle of the platform, away from others. Lucian guided with light touches to my elbow, placing us near the yellow edge line. The sign updated. "Next train. 3 minutes." "Is Lisa checking if these investors are real?" I asked. "Of course. She is with them now. They brought papers." "What are their names? I want to know who I am meeting." He paused a second. Peterson and I think Lopez." "Lisa has the info." "You did not get their names." "It happened quick." "She is on it." A rumble came from the tunnel. I looked down the dark track, seeing the first light of headlights. Lucian went quiet, checking his phone again. When I glanced, his face had changed a little, less lively, more intent. The platform vibrated. Wind pushed from the tunnel, stirring trash on the concrete. Others stepped back from the edge by instinct. Lucian stepped closer, placing himself a bit behind and to my right. "Where in the building are they waiting?" I asked, turning toward him a little. "Conference room C. The big one." "We do not have a conference room C." He caught himself. "Sorry. The big conference room. You know it." The train's light grew brighter, the noise louder. I turned to face Lucian fully, and what I saw in his face stopped my breath. No warmth, no worry, just cold planning, like solving a problem. "What is really going on here?" He did not answer. His hands came out of his pockets, palms empty facing me. The train was near now, maybe 20 feet away and closing fast. Time stretched and squeezed at once. I saw it all clear. Lucian's weight shifting forward, his arms starting to reach, the resolve in his eyes. Then his palms hit my back between my shoulders. Hard, violent, full force behind the push. I fell forward, arms flailing for balance. The platform edge vanished under my feet. 5 feet of air, then the tracks rushing up. My knees hit first. Pain hit but felt far. Then my hands slammed into gravel and concrete. The train's horn blasted, overwhelming. Its light filled my sight, blinding. Through the glare, I saw the driver's face, horrified. No time to climb, no time to roll. The third rail shone to my left. Instant death if touched. Instinct ruled. I dropped flat between the two rails. Face in gravel, arms tight to sides, legs straight, every muscle locked. I took one last breath and held it. The train's front passed over me, inches from my back. Then darkness. Total darkness. Filled with machine roar so loud it wiped thought. Each car passing marked a beat. Thump, 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 9 cars. Though I did not count on purpose. Just survival. Just the loop in my head. Do not move. Do not move. Dust and bits hit my face and body. Oil dripped on my back. The shake was so strong my insides felt loose. Metal screamed on metal as brakes kicked in. The smell of burning pads choked the air. Each second felt like days. Under all that weight and noise and dark, I thought, this is how I die. Crushed for money, for greed. But I was not dying. Not yet. The train slowed, the beat changing, the roar lessening. Finally, it stopped. The quiet after was deep. My ears rang, my body shook hard. I lay there for maybe 7 seconds, maybe 70. Time meant nothing. Then I moved a bit. Testing. All worked. I opened my eyes. Saw light ahead between cars. Crawled forward on my belly. Slow because my legs felt numb. Reached the emergency ladder between cars and pulled up using arms mostly. A transit worker reached down. I waved him off and finished alone. I stood on the platform, covered in black dirt from head to toe, my clothes torn, oil-stained, gray with dust. Blood seeped through my pants at the knees. I looked like I crawled through a mine. Lucian stood frozen 25 feet away, his face showing not relief but planning. Behind him, Laura rushed through the crowd, out of breath, her timing too perfect for chance. Dad, oh no, what? Lucian, what happened? Her face showed shock, but her eyes showed something else. Not relief, annoyance. Other passengers gathered, voices mixing. Are you all right? Someone call help. I saw someone push him. No, he fell. He just fell. I ignored them. Walked straight toward Lucian and Laura. Steps firm despite shaking legs. Others moved aside. I stopped 2 feet away, close enough to see their eyes widen. Close enough to see their masks slip for 1 key second. They wanted me dead. My daughter. My son-in-law. They planned this. Timed it. Positioned. And now disappointed I lived. A transit officer came. Sir, what happened? Did you fall? I kept eyes on Lucian. I was pushed. Pushed by who? Lucian stepped up fast. He stumbled. I tried to grab but could not reach. He pushed me on purpose. That is crazy. Lucian's voice took on hurt innocence. Why would I? He is confused. Officer. The shock. I studied them both for a long moment. Laura could not hold my gaze. Lucian held it too long, overdoing it, around us. More officers came. Passengers gave stories. Someone called medics. I spoke softly, but each word firm. I will see you in court. Then I turned and walked to the station exit, leaving them with officers. Behind me, Lucian called. Gus, wait. This is a mix-up. I did not turn, did not reply, just kept walking, 1 foot after another, until I reached the stairs and climbed to light and air and the rest of my life. The moment Lucian's hands hit my back, time broke. I felt the push between my shoulders, felt my body fall into space, felt gravity take me without care. No, no, no. The track bed rushed up, knees hit first, sending sharp pain through my legs. But pain did not count, because the train was there. Light blazing, horn screaming, metal monster coming at 40 miles per hour. 12 feet away. 10, 8, flat, lie flat. I saw the third rail left. That simple bar with enough power to kill instantly. Death left. Death above. Survival only in the 20-inch gap between rails. Center. Stay center. Hands hit gravel. I rolled quick to my back. Saw the train's bottom. Gears and wheels and oil and steel. Flipped to stomach. Arms pinned. Legs straight. Face sideways against the bed. Smallest shape possible. The train's front passed over. Then darkness took all. The roar erased thought. Identity. Everything but the basic chant. Do not move. Do not breathe. Do not exist. The bottom was inches from my back. I felt its heat. Smelled burning oil. Tasted metal dust. Each car's pass marked. Thump, 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 thump. Debris hit my face. Something wet. Oil or fluid. Dripped on my neck. The vibration rattled my teeth. Shook my body. Seemed to loosen my bones. How many cars? How long? How much more? My lungs burned for air. But I kept mouth shut. Breathing tiny through teeth. Hands clutched gravel. Not for hold, but for mental anchor. Proof I still was. The train braked. I felt it through the rails on my sides. Metal on metal scream. Smell of burning pads mixing with oil and dust and sweat. The rhythm shifted. Roar dropped bit by bit, then stopped. Silence after was louder than the train. Ears rang so the quiet seemed noisy. I lay still, afraid moving would start it again, that the train would move and crush me. Test body one part at a time. Fingers moved. Toes flexed. Arms shifted. Legs bent a bit. All worked. I was whole. I was alive. My son-in-law tried to kill me. I opened eyes. Ahead, maybe 18 feet. Light between cars. I crawled on belly, pulling with elbows because legs were weak. The distance felt endless. Finally, reached the ladder and grabbed the bottom rung. Do not move. Stay. We are coming. Transit worker's voice above. I am coming up. My voice raw, pulled up with arm strength. Legs shook bad. Barely held weight. Hand over hand, rung by rung. Climbed back to platform. Worker reached to help. I waved off and finished alone. Pulling over the edge and standing on legs like a new fawn. The platform was mess. Passengers in groups. Voices overlapping. Did you see someone pushed? No, fell. Call ambulance. I stood brushing clothes, leaving black on hands. My suit ruined. Torn at knees and elbows. Soaked in oil and grime. Face caked with dust. Fingers black when I touched cheek. Then I saw Lucian. He stood 25 feet away. Stuck in place. Face false concern that did not reach eyes. Gazes locked. For one open second, I saw through him. Not worry. Not relief. Planning. He was building his story. Preparing defense. Dad. Laura rushed through crowd. Coat open. Hair messed. She grabbed my arm. I pulled away hard. Her arrival too easy. She should be at office or home or elsewhere. But here, breathless at exact time to play worried daughter. Oh my, what happened? Lucian, what happened? The act good. Voice perfect shock and worry. But eyes betrayed. When she looked at me before fixing face, I saw frustration. Not relief. They wanted me dead. It hit clear. Not sudden by Lucian. Rage moment. Planned. Together. Fake urgent meeting. Traffic wait. Exact spot. Laura's timed arrival for tragic accident. Transit officer pushed through. Sir. Hurt what happened. Kept eyes on Lucian. Pushed. By who Lucian moved quick. Voice wounded. Stumbled. Tried grab but missed. Train fast. He pushed. Voice steady despite rush in system. Deliberate. Crazy. Lucian spread hands helpless. Why officer? Confused. Trauma. Laura joined. Daddy, please. Need medical. In shock. You are here. I said to her. How convenient. Coming meet you both. Just got here. Sup. She reached again. Perfect timing. More officers. Passengers gave mixed stories. Saw behind him. No, alone. Balance lost. Pushed for sure. Platform cameras had glitches. Lucian probably set that too. Through chaos. Stood still, studying two I loved most. Daughter chose money over blood. Son-in-law tried murder in day. They stood close, united against me. Change building since February, complete in moment. Not father, not boss, not victim. Planner, hunter, someone for total ruin. Walked toward them slow. Officers and watchers circled. Stopped 2 feet, close to see every small face change. Lucian's jaw tight. Laura twisted ring. Both waited my move, let silence grow uncomfortable. Then spoke soft. They strained to hear. I will see you in court. Turned. Walked to exit. Gus. Wait. Lucian called. Mix up. Need talk. Did not turn. Acknowledge. Walked with purpose to stairs. Each step away from platform. Toward new. Focused. Dangerous. Behind. Heard officers ask Lucian and Laura stay for questions. Heard passengers argue scene. Heard confusion make criminal case hard prove, but criminal not what thought. Climbed stairs to street, into cool March sun. Hands shook, not fear, contained rage. Pulled phone, scrolled contacts to name needed. Gerald Morrison, lawyer. Finger over call. This decision point. Call. Everything changes. War. Total war. Pressed call. 3 rings. Gerald Morrison. Gerald. Gus Reed. Need see you now. Son-in-law tried kill me. Going destroy him. Silence. Then, come office. Clear afternoon. Hung up. Started walking. Knees hurt. Back ached. Covered filth. Looked mad, but mind never clearer. Wanted my life. Company. Now show fail murder. Reveal true. What means? Emergency clinic took 50 minutes. Nurse cleaned scrapes on knees. Temple. Bandaged. Checked concussion. Doctor asked how got track dirt and hair. Told truth. He looked like survived impossible. Lucky alive. I know. By early afternoon, sat across Gerald Morrison in his loop office. Ruined suit replaced with clothes from gym locker. Wrinkled but clean. Gerald's desk covered police reports. Witness statements. Direct. He slid first paper to me. Criminal case weak. Very weak. Picked up report. Platform cameras failed exact time incident. 7 witnesses. 7 stories. 4 saw stumble. 3 thought possible push. 1 nothing. Cameras failed right moment. I said, not chance. Agree. But prove tamper. Gerald shook head. Almost impossible. Without video. Lucian's lawyer destroy court. He say dizzy stress. Tried grab missed. So walks after try murder me. Criminally likely. Gerald leaned back. But other justice ways. I looked careful. Which is, you mentioned money suspicions. Those leave trails. Paper not lie like witnesses. It clicked. Go fraud, not attempt murder. Fraud. Theft. Duty breach. Easier prove, harder defend. Pulled legal pad. Need evidence. Records. Transactions. You owner. Legal access all. But need him relaxed. Not wary. Play forgiving father. Let think letting go. Thought sickened. But plan solid. How long weeks? Maybe month gather. Hire accountants. Build strong case. He met eyes. Can do it live, same roof someone tried kill. Thought lying rails. Train inches over. Disappointment, Laura, face, not relief. Yes, I said. Can do. That evening. Returned brownstone. Hands shook turnkey. But face neutral. Lucian and Laura in living room. Looked surprised I walked in. You're back. Lucian said careful. Set briefcase down. Sat usual armchair. Taking back space. Had time think what happened. About us. Laura leaned forward. Life too short, family fight. Maybe stumbled. Stress lately. Not sleep well. Words tasted bad. But said steady. Attorney advised no charges. Uncertain end. Tears family anyway. So saying what Lucian's voice suspicious. Saying move on. Put behind. Do not want lose daughter over accident. Laura cried. Crossed room. Hugged. Endured short. Stepped back. Keep distance. Lucian watched calculating. Check if real. Just like that. Forgive all. Met gaze steady. Did not say that. Said move forward. Over next 3 weeks. Worked home office late night. At 2:30 morning. House quiet but computer hum. Pulled 5 years financials. Scrolled expenses. Vendor pays. There. Health equipment providers. Monthly repeats. 4 to 9,000. Opened contracts folder. No deal that name. Looked business registration. Form Delaware 2022. Address UPS store Wilmington. Opened bank portal. Traced wires. Destination Bahamas account. Holder name had Lucian's mother's maiden name. Harrington. Bad mistake. Floor creaked outside office. Minimized windows fast. Lucian in doorway. Hair messed. Working late. Could not sleep. Gestured screen harmless reports. Going numbers. Why now never cared details before. Near death changes view. Makes want organized. He stepped in. Eyes scan desk. Looking something. Should I paused? Shook head. No. Just timing odd. Go bed. Lucian. This not concern you. He left, muttering. Everything company concerns me. Weighted footsteps fade. Opened files again. Spent night documenting. Photos phone. External drive labeled will docs avoid suspicion. By morning, had 50 months fraudulent pays total 450,000. Next day, contacted Baxter Associates. Forensic accountants. Met Jennifer Baxter downtown conference. Slid USB across. Full financials. 5 years. Need full review expenses over 1,500. She nodded. Professional. Preparing sale. Check pay special to vendor pays. Understanding without words. She knew look for. At breakfast next morning. Announced. Hired Baxter Associates. Forensic accountants. Lucian's mug paused. Why what for routine check? Should done yearly anyway. Laura frowned. Because what happened, not trust us. Because almost died. Realized sloppy rules, not personal. What exactly auditing Lucian's voice casual, but handshake slight. Everything. 5 years transactions, vendors, approvals, met eyes. Need you give full access your records? Of course. Happy help. 4 weeks later, late May, sliding into June. Sat alone car near office. Phone rang. Jennifer Baxter. Mr. Reed. Need meet today. Found something. Looked mirror. First time since Subway. Smiled. Small curve satisfaction. Be there 25 minutes. Started car, pulled traffic. Evidence ready. Phase 1 done. Conference room 14th floor felt different now. We're overheard Lucian and Laura plotting February. We're started. 5 months later. Sat head table, same room. About end all planned. 10 Tuesday morning. Mid-May. Sun bright through windows. Lisa Wong sat right. Briefed. Robert Lee and Margaret Hayes opposite. Knowing coming. Lucian and Laura across. Still think routine quarterly review. Distributed bound docs each. Cover, confidential restructure plan. Lucian's face from board to alert read title. Beside. Laura flipped index. Confusion spread. Made decisions company future setup. Voice formal, cold. Business news. Not family chat. Let finish before questions. Lucian started interrupt. Held hand. Closed mouth. Jaw tight. Effective now. Formed new entity. Reed Health Services LLC. 5 clinics transfer new company. North Side. Downtown. Financial area. Lakeview. Wrigleyville. Turn page 4. These spots about 70% total revenue. Watched Lucian's face darken process meaning. Major insurance deals move Reed Health Services. National Health. Anthem. United. Lisa Wong served chief operations new entity. Lisa nodded once. Yes. Original company. Reed Medical Group. Keep 5 locations. Current vendors. Lucian and Laura. Position stay Reed Medical Group. Lucian stood fast. Chair tipped back. Clattered floor. Cannot do this. Sabotage. Illegal strip assets. Completely legal. Robert Lee slid doc across. Legal view attached. Mr. Reed owns full equity. Absolute right restructure. Sue, block transfer, emergency vote, Margaret Hayes cut in calm. Board advisory only, no vote power. Restructure within owner rights. Lucian's face red. Leaned table, finger jab docs. Company promised us. Will governs after death. Alive. Remained seated. Hands flat table. Can change wish. Laura cried. Reached across. Try grab hand. Pulled back. Keep distance. Daddy, please not do us. Family. Family tried kill me. Remember accident. Said forgave. Said move forward. This moving forward separate. Lucian hit fist table. Glasses jump. Nothing left. Those clinics hardly profit. Manage well. Good practice. How survived that Laura's voice rose. Tears. Met eyes direct. Same way survived rails. Figure out. Lucian grabbed docs. Stormed out. Laura follow. Door slammed. Rattle frame. Lisa breathed slow. That took strength. Took numbers. Numbers not lie stealing. Gathered materials. Finalized transfer this afternoon. Want all running 2 weeks. That evening. Returned brownstone last time resident. Moved rooms careful. Pack only mine. Clothes closet. Leave Laura's. Docs safe. Photos young Laura before Lucian. Leave wedding pics hung. Lucian found me bedroom. Suitcase open bed. Kicking us out. Own daughter folded shirt exact. My house. Choice. 40 days legal notice. Handed envelope. He ripped open. Read eviction. Where go not my worry. Find place. Use salary read medical group. What salary without deals? No income payroll. Placed notice dresser. Cut costs. Focus basics. Laura doorway. Cannot believe doing this. Did not look up packing. Cannot believe stood platform. Smiled, almost died. No response. Both watched carry boxes down. Load car trunk. Took house keys off ring. Placed kitchen counter. Lucian blocked doorway brief. Walked past no stop. Apartment in Lincoln Park sparse. 4 flights up. 1 bedroom. Bare except chair bought morning. Carried boxes stairs alone. Set neat rose wall. Opened blinds. Different view brownstone. No yard. No quiet. But clear. Real. Sat chair eating takeout. Phone buzzed. Repeated calls. Texts. Lucian. Ignored all. Apartment echoed walk. Empty space cleaner than filled rooms betrayal. 12 days passed. New company ran smooth. Lisa handled daily. I strategy. Old company struggled. As planned. Lucian desperate calls vendors. Negotiate no power. Laura late balance budgets, not balance. In new office reviewing projections, Lisa, assistant knocked. Mr. Reed. Process server here. Legal docs you, envelope thick. Open standing doorway. Lucian and Laura filed suit challenge restructure. Seek block. Claim duty breach. Elder abuse. 18 pages claims argue mentally unfit. Act malicious. Break implied promises. Read whole without sit. Finished. Looked Lisa. Fighting back. What to allowed small smile. First real weeks. Counter. Get Morrison phone. She reached cell immediate. Walked window. Looked Chicago stretch all ways. Lucian thought about company, money, control, inheritance. Still not understand. Not business. Accountability. Ensure try murder profit. Lose all wanted death. Lawsuit expected. Welcome. Open discovery. Statements. Public record. Filed first. Think attack scare. Made big mistake. Morrison spread suit conference table. 52 pages accusations. Each wilder last. Sat across. Read parts. Sometimes shake head. Claim made spoken promises transfer business. Morrison highlighted. Can prove no. Never promise now. Only after death. Competency part more worry. Flipped page 35. Request court psych eval. Cite odd behavior after trauma. Look sharp. Based what subway event. Doc gathering after. Call paranoid. Restructure call impulsive revenge. Desperate. But judge might grant eval thorough. Take tests. Pass all. Plan. But means weeks appoints. Multiple docs. Legal costs while wait results. Pulled calculator. Vaughn Associates bills hard. Figure 50,000 monthly. Just defend motions. Number no shock. Expected money war. Bill me. Not settling. Emergency hearing 1 week. Request immediate block all ops pending trial. Leaned back. Will not get own company. No shareholders harm. Agreed. But show, argue. Respond every motion. Each appear costs 10 to 18,000. Morrison closed dock. Count financial pressure force talk. Let count. Following week first court. Sat one table. Lucian Laura another 25 feet. No speak. No nod beyond cold look. Judge enter. Lucian's lawyer argued destroy company value malicious restructure. Morrison countered owner rights absolute. No shareholders hurt. Judge reviewed docs 25 minutes. Then gavel, motion block denied. Plaintiff not show likely win merits. Next hearing, August 10th. Small win, but wins cost. That hearing, 15,000 legal. Court granted one request. Full psych eval. 4 appoints over 3 weeks. Cognitive, psych interview, neuro exam. Doctor. Patricia Hoffman's office first. Sat computer clicking patterns. Recite numbers backward. Solve logic. Tests simple. Almost insulting. Excellent function. Doctor, Hoffman noted. No impairment. Psych eval same pointless. Doctor. Ramirez asked Subway. Business choices. Family ties. How near death affect mind clarified priorities. Showed trust who? Some see business as payback. Some see attempt murder motive protect from criminals. Made notes, no face. Function excellent. No capacity drop. Neuro exam completed set. Brain scans. Reflexes. Coordination. All normal. Court evaluators report. No evidence impair or decision drop. Meanwhile, Lucian destroying old company remains. Desperate cut. Fired 50% staff. Clinics empty echoes. Care quality dropped. Local health news ran stories crisis. Lucian tried recruit from Reed Health Services. Lisa Wong got call. Told him where go. Others stayed loyal. Lucian's rep ahead now. No one want work under federal probe. July Marathon Court. Discovery, schedules. Dock fights. Lucian's lawyers demand communications. Prove bad intent. Morrison gave only required. Each hearing day court. More bill. By month end, spent 102,000 defend baseless claims. Late July evening. Sat office review costs. Discovery piles desk. Lucian demand hundreds docs. Each need lawyer time. More fees, delays. Lisa knocked door. Looked tired. When last day off when suits stop. Sat across. Concern clear. Legal fight worth health tried kill me. Yes. Worth all. What if win court sides them pulled desk drawer. Touched folder. Will not. Have something not know yet. Audit. Audit. 3 more weeks attacks. Then end this. Phone buzzed. Morrison. Answered speaker. 4 new motions today. Need discuss response. Lisa stood leave. Gestured stay. Pulled calendar. First week August marked strategy. Same week final audit due. Schedule told Morrison. Ensure Jennifer Baxter attend. Time deploy phase 2. Hung up. Looked folder desk. Inside preliminary audit. 450,000 documented theft. Shell companies. Offshore moves. Lucian sign every fraud. Let file motions. Attack competency. Drain resources not have. Counter coming. First week August arrived. Sat Morrison office strategy. Review motion status. Assistant knocked. Carried thick package. Forensic audit final arrived courier. Took bound doc. Cover. Confidential audit. Reed Medical Group. Evidence systematic fraud. Opened exec summary. Jennifer Baxter work detailed. 380 pages evidence. Bank statements. Wires. Emails. Shell formation show Lucian owner. Timeline 42 months. Total documented theft. 450,000. Every fraud trace verified. Every approval Lucian's digital sign. Every wire end his offshore. Looked Morrison. How fast file court? 24 hours. SEC IRS. Desks tomorrow afternoon. Closed report firm. Do it. All same time. Morrison smiled. First real weeks. Now offense. 50 hours after file evidence. All changed. Morrison submitted report exhibit civil suit. Public record immediate. Same time. Copies SEC enforcement. IRS criminal. Evidence full. 380 pages financials. Banks, wires. Shell docs show Lucian owner. Emails Lucian to self. Fake invoices trail. Pattern clear. Lucian approved invoices. Health equipment providers, non-exist equipment. Funds wired offshore. Account trace Lucian's family trust. Systematic theft, 42 months, over 450,000. Within 80 hours. Both agencies opened probes. Mid-August morning. Reviewing projections. Lisa knocked urgent. See this. Handed tablet breaking news. Federal probe. Chicago clinic exec accused 450K theft. Scrolled article. Health Business Review got court filing. Story detailed all. Audit finds. Shells. Lucian's fraud. Quotes sources near probe. Likely prosecutors build public. Media fast. Lisa said, "Good. Let all see what he is." Phone buzzed. Morrison, Federal at Reed Medical Group now. SEC investigator Marcus Lee. IRS criminal Rebecca Santos. Seizing records. Stood. Walked window. Across city. Lucian's world falling. At old office. Lucian desk review layoff papers when reception called. Federal here, see you. Before respond. Door opened. Marcus Lee. Rebecca Santos entered. Show badges. Mr. Lucian Thompson. Lee extended subpoena. Need access all financials. Computers. Comms. Lucian's face pale. What about fraud probe? Office sealed. Pending analysis. Santos gestured. IT enter behind. Need answer questions. 5 hours. Questioned. Lucian denied. Claimed errors. Insisted no offshore link. Attorney arrived mid. Advised stop. We not mention offshore. Santos noted. How no Lucian saw error. Want attorney before more. Same day. Agents visited Laura Queen's apartment. Answered door sweats. Face stressed. Saw badges. Legs weak. Santos caught elbow. Helped table. Showed docs her sign. Approved fraud expenses CFO. Did not know. Laura voice high panic. Lucian said normal. Signed what told. Defense trial. Lee said even. Now. Person interest criminal probe. Can make deal. Testify against Santos glanced Lee. Not our call. U.S. attorney handles deals. But get lawyer now. 3 days later. Lucian tried ATM. Denied. Called bank. Hold 20 minutes. Mr. Thompson. Account frozen pending probe. Checked app. All zero balance. Offshore Bahamas frozen international coord. Total assets access. 0. Credit max litigation. Could not pay rent. Criminal lawyer retainer. Laura same financial stop. Accounts frozen. Sign fraud docs. Potential co-conspirator. Media storm grew. Chicago Tribune ran health exec accused steal father's firm. Articles all. Subway, restructure. Fraud find. Networks discussed endless. Insurance distanced Reed Medical Group. Lucian's pro rep ruined overnight. Google his name. Scandal only. Vaughn. Lucian's civil lawyer. Contacted Morrison. Seek settle. Conference call set. All parties, lawyers, clients discuss resolution. Vaughn began. Ready withdraw all suits, resign, give up inheritance. Morrison presented me. Rejected immediate. No deal. Criminal goes on. Mr. Reed. Vaughn desperate. Clients face prison. Mercy. Had mercy rails. Voice flat. None left. Lucian's voice speaker. Gus, please. Mistakes. But prison errors stole 450,000. Tried kill. Call what is. Laura cried loud. Daddy. Sorry. So sorry. Please help. Stood platform. Watched push. Smiled. No settle. No mercy. Done. Disconnected. Morrison stayed short formal reject. Hung. Panicking. He said. Should. Timeline federal charges grand jury likely 70 days. Prosecutors fast. Evidence easy case. Consulted notes. wire fraud, laundering, tax dodge. Lucian, 10 to 18 years possible. And Laura, if cooperates, if testifies against, might immunity. Between her prosecutors. Morrison studied. Not troubled daughter prison possible. Adult. Made choices. Met gaze steady. If testifies true. Her choice, not interfere. That evening, phone rang. Health Business Review reporter. Mr. Reed. Comment federal probe son-in-law cooperating full authorities. Evidence speaks. Some say revenge family fight. About financial crimes. Audit found systematic fraud. Reported proper. No more comment. Hung, ignored later calls. Let media conclude public records. Late August. Text Morrison. Lucian's plea hearing tomorrow 11. U.S. Attorney invited attend sentencing if victim statement. Typed back. Be there that evening. Opened laptop. Began write. First line on March 15th, 2026. Son-in-law pushed subway tracks attempt murder greed. Paused. Think words careful. Final piece, closing. All led here. Wrote 3 hours. Revise each sentence wait. Finished. Saved. Closed. Tomorrow. Deliver final judgment. Then over. Federal courthouse on Dearborn shone late August light. Past security. Elevator 17th floor. Entered courtroom. Lucian defense table, criminal lawyer. Suit ill-fit, hung thin frame. Age 12 years 7 months. Laura back gallery row. Separate husband. No look him. He know her. Judge Harrison entered. Rose. Sat. Ritual justice. Mr. Lucian Thompson. Entered plea deal government. Correct. Yes. Honor. How plead wire fraud guilty. Honor. Laundering guilty. Judge reviewed pre-sentence report. Assistant U.S. Attorney Michelle Kim presented government. Outline Lucian's theft, 3 years. $450,000 stolen. Attempt murder exposure. Lucian's lawyer asked leniency. Cite accept responsibility. Judge Harrison looked me. Victim wish statement stood. Walked podium. Place statement. Not read. Memorized all. Honor. March 15th. Lucian pushed tracks because discovered theft. Refused give company. Survived lying rails train overhead. Voice steady. Fact-based. No emotion. Facts. Body trauma weeks. Betrayal forever. Not just steal money. Stole patients. Workers. All trusted. Then sued. Claim unfit. Finish what subway not. Paused. Meet judge eyes. Ask court. Max sentence guidelines. Make greed price clear. Return seat. Courtroom silent. Lucian stared table. Laura cried quiet back. Judge Harrison notes. Looked Lucian, Mr. Thompson. Crimes planned. Ongoing. Years. Attempt murder. Not charged here. Shows guilt awareness. Moral empty. Betrayed family. Employer. Patients need care. Paused. Words settle. Guidelines 20 to 28 months. Court sentences 20 months incarceration. 6 years supervised release. Full restitution. $450,000 plus costs. Surrender prisons 35 days. Gavel struck. Lucian stood shaky. Lawyer guide out. Glanced me pass. Eyes 3 seconds. My face no change. He looked away first. 8 days later. Laura own hearing. Cooperated full. Testified true. Got probation. 4 years, 250 hours service, joint restitution, no prison, but lasting record. CFO worthless. Worked retail Queens Mall. Lucian entered federal camp Ohio. Served time away, wife betrayed, save self. 4 days after Lucian's sentence. Sat Reed Health Services corner office. Company growing. Revenue over old peak. Rep restored. Lisa Wong partner 28% equity. Built strong team. Doctor. Marcus Rivera medical director. 6 new managers. Expansion plans. Phone rang. Caller ID. Laura Reed. Debated. Finally answered. Said nothing. Listened. Dad, please no hang. Voice broken. Desperate. Need talk. Remained silent. Lucian's prison. I probation. Lost all. Work retail. Minimum wage. Cannot pay rent next. Mom no help. Nobody else. Crying now. No, not deserve. Begging. Just enough survive. Your daughter. Made bad mistakes. Still daughter. Silence long. Finally spoke. Stood platform. Watched push. Smiled. Scared. He controlled me. Adult. Choices. Lived them. So abandoning me. Abandoned when chose him over all, gave. Goodbye. Laura. Hung. Blocked number. Back expansion plans. Lisa entered moments acquisition proposals. Discussed strategy. Easy pro. Company rebuilt stronger. Cut dead weight. Hired real pros. Based merit, not family. Evening came. Stood window. Hands pockets. Watch Chicago lights on darkness. Reflection glass, older man alone, not lonely. Carry weight, stand straight. Behind. Lisa organized files. Loyal. Earned trust. Turned window desk. Opened laptop. Checked calendar. Meetings. Sessions. Inspections. Future. Late August 2026. Near September. Deadline met. Story done. No triumph. No joy others suffer. But no guilt. Quiet sure justice served. Protected built 35 years. Showed betrayal cost. Lucian serve 18 months good. Emerge record. Decades pay ahead. Laura navigate probation. Minimum jobs. Understand actions consequences. Company better without stronger. Returned work. Plan tomorrow. Betrayal past. Justice now. Future mind shape. Without steel try. Justice not revenge satisfy. Balance back. Survived attack. Responded systematic. Legal. No big fight. Just results permanent. Worked late. Lisa beside. Build tomorrow. City hummed outside. Vast uncaring. Inside office. Order ruled. Trust earned, not assumed. Loyalty proven, not expected. Enough. Closed laptop near 1 a.m. Stood. Stretched. Looked city below one last. Somewhere. Daughter struggled, poverty, regret. Former son-in-law cell. Former company bankruptcy files only. Felt no joy, pain. No guilt. Wanted life. Company. Now nothing. I rebuilt stronger. Turned lights. Left office. Locked door. Tomorrow new challenges. Chances work. Past done. Justice served. Life went on. If you like this story, please like this video. Subscribe to the channel and share your impressions of the story in the comments. To listen to the next story, click on the box on the left. Thank you for watching.